system.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the next edition of the Losers Lounge podcast. This was originally supposed to be number 47. It ends up being 46. Last week was supposed to be 46, but due to some apparent technical difficulties, the podcast recording had to be canceled. So that's kind of a shame. So we apologize for that, folks. However, we're here now. Hopefully nothing bad happens this time. But we just want to before we get started, I just want to let everybody know one thing. Heel Balor, he's here. But he might be leaving off at some point because he's got a cable company coming to his place, which will cause them to have to shut off his Wi-Fi at some point. So if he ends up not being around for like a few minutes, 10 minutes, 15, or however long he's gone, it's because of that. But he'll be back, definitely. In the meantime, though, Heel Balor, how you doing?
What's up, guys? Thank you for the introduction, Christian. It's great to be back. I really am excited for this Sunday. I can't wait to talk about Clash of Champions.
Yep. Most people would not, but here's the thing. We look at things a lot differently from they do. They're expecting match quality, crap like that. We're just looking for championships.
Fact.
Yeah. And, of course, please welcome the Double R, Reister Ryan.
What's going on, everyone? It is good to be back once again. Another episode, and I am definitely, like everybody else said, I'm looking forward to Clash of Champions. It's looking like a good card. And yeah, by the way, I hope everybody's having a terrific day and a terrific week as well. So, yeah.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking and predicting Clash of Champions, which takes place this Sunday. In some ways, this is the first time in a long time, probably like 10 years, that we've had a complete Champions pay-per-view. Well, maybe except for one match, but, well, you know. Let's think about it this way. 10 of the 11 matches that are scheduled are title matches, so that's a win.
Yep.
We've never had an event with 10 complete championships. Not counting WrestleMania. All right. So, before we get started, we also want to bring up something. Originally, the King of the Ring finals were set to take place on Sunday, where Baron Corbin was to take on Chad Gable. First of all, I want to say, I'm amazed Chad Gable made it to the finals. I'm amazed.
Same.
Yeah. I didn't expect it.
He beat Shelton Benjamin and then beat Andrade, which was a great match.
Mm-hmm.
And then also he beat the best in the world, Shane McMahon, twice in a row. He beat the best in the world twice in a row, guys.
I guess that makes him the new best in the world.
He made the best in the world tap out.
He did?
Yep.
That was awesome.
Well, hey, at least the best in the world tried.
Yeah. And then he got nearly got his ankle snapped, and then Kevin Owens got fired. Again.
Yep.
Again. This is not the first time that's happened.
Nope.
This is weird as hell. Anyway. But unfortunately, folks, the King of the Ring finals are not taking place this Sunday. They've been moved to the Raw after Clash of Champions. When I saw that on Smackdown Live, I swear to God, I thought that was a graphics malfunction. I was like, uh-oh, I think they made a mistake.
Same.
Because, like, the commentators were even saying this Sunday at Clash of Champions, even though it was saying this Monday on Raw. I'm like, I think the graphics are wrong here. Somebody fire that guy.
Please.
But unfortunately, the one thing that was incorrect was the commentators, which is sad. One entire month of hype on Raw and SmackDown full of great matches on this tournament leading up to Clash of Champions. And unfortunately, it's not happening because this is in favor of Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan. Which, don't get me wrong, is actually a match I look forward to, which honestly sounds cool because, let's face it, Rowan hasn't had a great match since he fought The Rock at WrestleMania.
Fact.
I can't believe I would say that. Eric Rowan faced The Rock at WrestleMania in Rock's last match, as of right now anyway.
Yep.
Pretty crazy.
It was 6 seconds, but you know what? Who fucking cares? Rowan can say, I faced The Rock at WrestleMania, so suck it. All right. But yeah, first of all, I want to ask, Ryan, what's your thoughts on the King of the Ring being postponed?
Oh, hell.
Hell nah.
I hate it. I hate it all.
Don't we all? You hate it all, don't we all? Oh God, we're rhyming here. What do I always say on my Sins videos? What do I always say on my Sins videos? No one likes a rhymer. Anyway, though, it's okay though. But yeah, it is very disappointing, especially considering Baron Corbin and Chad Gable. That could honestly be a good match. So a lot of people aren't looking forward to it that much for whatever reason. Probably because Baron Corbin's in it. However, Baron actually has had good matches in this tournament. Not gonna lie.
Thank you.
I think every single match that he's had in this tournament has been very good.
Preach, brothers.
Like, think about this. Baron Corbin, to get to where he is now, he took on The Miz, and then he took on...
That was a very good match.
And then he took on Cedric Alexander, and then he won that triple threat match with Samoa Joe and Ricochet. So think about it. He went through The Miz, Cedric Alexander, Ricochet, and Samoa Joe. He's the only guy to have gone through 4 opponents to get to the finals.
Fact, dude.
And as much as people don't like him, think about this. Chad Gable, on the other hand, went through Shelton Benjamin, Andrade, and the best in the world, Shane McMahon. But that was only 3 opponents. Corbin went through 4. Which is why
technically, I mean, Chad Gable did face the best in the world twice, so 4 matches, I guess, that makes it even.
Okay, I guess if you want to put it that way, then perhaps, yeah.
I don't know. I just, it was kind of stupid, but I just thought of it that way.
Nevertheless,
4 opponents, 4 matches.
Yeah, nevertheless, the King of the Ring tournament in 2019 is honestly one of the best King of the Ring tournaments I've seen in a long time.
I agree.
I mean, there was so many great matches. Like, hell, remember when Ali took on Buddy Murphy?
Fantastic match.
Even, like, I'm not kidding, even Apollo Crews versus Andrade was great.
I agree.
And then, of course, can't forget
Cesaro and Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Good. That was a stiff match.
Cedric Alexander, Sami Zayn, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Elias. Oh, even though Shane McMahon was involved in that one. But, and even when Chad Gable defeated Andrade, that was a jaw-dropping scene.
It was.
We were sure that Andrade was going to make it, huh?
I know, right?
Yeah. I was really positive that Andrade was going to win that, but, like, when Chad Gable won, like, that crowd reaction was something else.
Huge reaction.
This is why, here's the thing, as much as people don't like Baron Corbin, you can't deny that he's actually earned his spots here.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did not cheat whatsoever in any of his victories, and despite the fact that, you know, Ricochet hit the 630 on Samoa Joe and Baron simply pulled him out and pinned Joe, that doesn't count as cheating because that's fair game in a triple threat.
Plus, cheating is a part of his job. He's a heel, you idiots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even despite that, both Chad Gable and Baron Corbin have earned where they're at. So it's disappointing that it's not happening on Sunday. However, I still look forward to their match on Monday Night Raw. That is assuming I'm watching Raw because I honestly want to see the Saints crush the Rams.
Oh, yeah. It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, football season is back.
Monday Night Football is here. My team, yeah, I'll finally reveal, guys. My team's the New Orleans Saints. It's been in my family, and Long Neck Josh is a big supporter of it too, so I'm like, oh my god, what a friggin' coincidence. But let's get to Clash of Champs again, but however, I forgot to ask Heel Balor your thoughts on the King of the Ring finals being moved to Raw.
Basically, you guys just said what I was going to say. I am freaking pissed at this entire thing because, first of all, you've been hyping this up for months, almost 2 months.
Since like after
and you
SummerSlam.
Just pull it. Yeah, you basically just pull it out of that. You just pull it out on us right here, and you put it on Raw. Where, come on, man. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I would personally, my pick for King of the Ring was going to be Drew McIntyre. Taken out. Andrade was my second pick. Taken out. My third pick is Baron Corbin, which I hope he wins. But, you know, that's besides the point. The point is that you took this tournament and you made it into a joke. A freaking joke, and you want to put a pedestal, or, I mean, you want to move this off the card because you want to put Roman Reigns and Eric Rowan on the card. Nothing against Roman Reigns and Eric Rowan. Nothing against them. I think they're going to have a fun match. But that match, in my opinion, shouldn't be saved for SmackDown. Heck, the first Smackdown on Fox. That's when you could have pulled it. Hell in a Cell. I was talking to Christian before we started recording how they could have been put inside Hell in a Cell. That could have been one of your Hell in a Cell matches. But nope. We're going to put this on Monday Night Raw, and we're going to put Roman Reigns and Eric Rowan on the show. Because literally, there's no championship on the line. This is the only match that doesn't have a championship on the line. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, the King of the Ring didn't have a championship on the line. It does have a championship involved in it. Well, kind of it does. The King of the Ring is very prestigious.
Exactly.
Except the last few, they've been pretty garbage.
Let's think about this. Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. That's prestigious. Bret the Hitman Hart, 2-time winner. Edge, Brock Lesnar. List goes on and on.
Mm-hmm.
Just goes to show the King of the Ring.
Basically, this entire thing was just a joke. The King of the Ring was treated as a joke. Thank God they didn't put Shane McMahon in the finals, which I thought they were going to do on SmackDown this past week. But, my boy Baron Corbin being in the finals, and Chad Gable of all people, which kind of considers WWE is kind of considering with short jokes, Shorty G, whatever you want to call him. I am excited for the match, but I'm just freaking pissed off they moved it to Monday Night Raw. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess since we were also discussing the fact that this is about giving more airtime to Roman Reigns and Eric Rowan, I guess we're going to start and talk about Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan. Since this is the only non-title match on this pay-per-view, we're going to talk about this before we talk about all the title matches.
All right.
There's a lot of them. And one last time, folks, just on the very case like Balor suddenly disappears, you already know what's going to happen. It's because of, the cable company operating at his place and having him to restart his router, but he'll be back definitely. In the meantime,
hell yeah.
In the meantime, let's kick things off. Putting aside the fact that there's no title on the line for Roman Reigns and Eric Rowan, putting aside the fact that this honestly just replaced the King of the Ring, putting aside all of that, let's talk about the match in general, which is the fact this is a no disqualification match, so at least there's something good out of it. It's not just your average singles match and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with you, Bella. Your thoughts on the match itself?
Them adding a stipulation to it, I mean, it's great because these past ones SmackDown Live, of course, they had this big brawl, which I thought was freaking awesome. I especially love this part where Enzo
Enzo Amore's here?
There's a reason why I thought of Enzo. Listen. Okay, so there was this guy that Eric Rowan grabbed out of the crowd, and people were assuming that was Enzo Amore. I was like, that doesn't look a thing like Enzo.
If only it was, that'd be fucking awesome.
Fuck Enzo Amore. But yeah, man, the huge brawl they had this past one SmackDown was amazing. Eric Rowan apparently is a loner, I guess, and we still don't know who attacked Roman Reigns, even though we kind of do know who attacked Roman Reigns. Personally, I think someone else is also behind this entire storyline, but that's besides the point. I really am looking forward to the match, and there's really not that much I can say about it. I just wish this was on SmackDown Live or a different pay-per-view instead of it being on the main card and the King of the Ring being put on Monday Night Raw. It just doesn't make any sense. But this is WWE where nothing makes sense. So, whatever. I'm looking forward to the match, but I'm still pissed off about what they did with the King of the Ring.
And your prediction on who you think is going to win?
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is getting the win. Enough said.
I'll be honest. I'd be shocked if Rowan actually did it.
You and me both.
What if Eric Rowan successfully beat him fair and square?
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, but anything can happen in pro wrestling.
Yeah. Right, so Ryan, your thoughts on this match?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think this can be a very good match, but honestly, I'm just not really looking that forward to it, to be honest.
I was sleeping.
I was kind of into this rivalry, but I think it just kind of died over. But I mean, I guess it just kind of is what it is. But I think this could be a very good match. Other than that, for my prediction, I could see Rowan. I don't know if say Eric Rowan, but they call him Rowan. I can see Rowan coming out with the win. Kind of give him some momentum, but I got to go with Roman Reigns to get the win on this one. But yeah, hopefully it's a very good match. So I got to go with Roman Reigns.
Hell yeah!
All right, and my prediction on this is also Roman Reigns, because at the same time though, if Roman loses, I guarantee it could be because of the interference of Daniel Bryan, where he probably actually does reveal that he was behind all this.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'll be honest,
Another individual.
I'm not really buying the whole Rowan's puts him through a table thing.
Neither am I. I also think there's somebody else behind it besides Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get more answers on that.
I do like how Daniel Bryan, like, he says, I hate liars. And to be honest, like, it's all part of his gimmick. Like, he's not a liar. Like, really what he says is the truth. A lot of things that he says.
Somewhat.
Well, yeah, somewhat. But you gotta admit, like, as long as he believes it's true, then he doesn't think he's lying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's okay. As for me, I believe either Roman Reigns is going to beat Eric Rowan. Yeah, either Roman Reigns is going to beat Eric Rowan, or Rowan's going to win because of interference from Daniel Bryan. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we're going to get to the title matches, but I forgot to mention one last thing, which is grab your popcorn and get ready, because this Sunday, it's the Sinfinity War.
Oh, yeah.
Where the SummerSlam sins are taking place. They were originally scheduled for Sunday, September 22nd. However, I almost got them finished. But by the point of this podcast being released, it's already done, ready to go. So, it features like a lot of the biggest stars in the YouTube wrestling community, from the likes of Wrestle Talk, Cultaholic, Brian Zane, Brandon Does Everything, The Great One, Plata Productions, Kazwin. Well, Kazwin's not really a wrestling YouTuber, but he's a big-time YouTuber as well. And he's my brother. These two members of the Losers Lounge will be in it.
Sup?
And,
yeah.
well, and so many freaking more. So, get ready to get your popcorn. It premieres 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So grab your popcorn and get ready.
Oh, yeah.
I know you guys definitely will, right? I know you guys definitely will get your popcorn ready, huh?
I will.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, since this is
and
Clash...
I'll be getting my Mountain Dew, too.
Yeah. Don't forget your Skittles.
Couldn't forget about that.
Yeah, especially since Skittles is a sponsor. You know what? Since Skittles is sponsoring Clash of Champions on Sunday, how about I'm actually gonna get some. I'm gonna buy a pack of Skittles or something.
You should.
Yeah, then make some sort of friggin' advertisement of my own.
Yeah.
All right,
the
ladies and gentlemen.
Infinity War is brought to you by Mountain Dew.
I said skip. All right.
Which one is it sponsored by?
All right.
I'm a Skittles fan anyway.
Okay. All right, guys. We're getting ready to talk about the title matches. Since there are a total of 11 championships, I'm going to try and see how we're going to do this. I actually got it now.
Good boy.
I'm going to go... how about this? Start from the lowest prestige to the most prestige. So we're going to start with the Universal title. I'm just kidding.
Wait, did you just say the Universal Championship?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, the man who's holding it currently is, not doing the best job, but, whatever.
Yeah. But what we're actually going to start with is the 24/7 championship. While that doesn't have an official match, let's face it, that's going to be involved.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Cole, even though Michael Cole's annoying, Michael Cole even said on commentary, R-Truth's going to have to defend that title in some capacity on Sunday.
He is.
Every title's on the line, so that includes that one. So, here's the thing, R-Truth's now a 15-time champion. I want Clash of Champions to be the night where he becomes the 16-time champion. Woo!
John Cena out there shaking in his sneakers.
Yeah. Yeah. They're probably going to be jealous.
I just thought of
what's up?
In his cancer, we had the first ever basketball player win the 24/7 title.
Oh my god!
You know, it'd be cool. What if just like at Raw Reunion, what if so many legendary former champions won the 24/7 title since it's Clash of Champions?
Ooh.
Because I'll be honest, here's the thing, and this happens in between every match that happens. There's always a backstage update.
I'd be down for it.
It goes just like that, and that's easy. But yeah, we can't really predict anything like that. However, let's just face it. I predict the title's going to change hands at least once.
Same.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And Because let's just be honest, like that title, that's always gonna change hands. Like the time it changed hands so many times at the Raw reunion.
Yep.
And here's the thing: remember when we thought the whole like 24/7 title thing was just gonna be stupid, but it turns out it was the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah, I know some people aren't really big fans of the title, and its concept, but personally, I love it.
Yeah, I do as well. So much that I've created the optimistic 24/7 title. All right. Well, now we got that on. Let's actually continue on. Let's start off talking about some tag teams. First off, the Women's Tag Team Championship, as the champions Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross will defend against Fire and Desire, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. Not bad. I'll be honest, this is a tough one for me to choose because I love Alexa Bliss and I love Mandy Rose. And I'm like, fuck. I don't know which one to go for. But you know what? Mandy and Sonya, they got this opportunity because they defeated Alexa and Nikki last week. Let's just recap my favorite moment of that. You wish you could look like me. Nobody wants to look like you.
That was funny.
Alexa just owned Mandy Rose right there, huh?
And
the moment where the moment where the only thing Mandy could say after that was "shut up," that means she already lost. That was awesome.
I think you mean the other way around, Christian. Mandy owned Alexa. I think it was the other way around.
Not really. It was Alexa who said nobody wants to look like you. Because Mandy was Mandy was taunting Alexa from the corner. Alexa was on the corner. Mandy was beating down Nikki Cross.
Yeah, true.
You wish you could look like me. Nobody wants to look like you. Shut up.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but, whatever.
Neither would I, honestly. But for this one, I'm going to predict Alexa and Nikki to retain the titles. Heel Balor, your thoughts on this match?
I mean, it's just random setup. This is just a random match out of the blue. And me being a pretty big Fire and Desire fan, basically because I like both girls, and I think they both improved over these past few years. The only thing I don't like about it is what happens past on SmackDown Live. You're making fun of Nikki Cross. Now, did anybody, I saw this on Twitter a little bit, did anybody have vibes of Piggy James?
Well,
any flashbacks?
No, not exactly.
Well, not exactly Piggy James. However, I can understand it's similar because it's still bullying.
Yeah, I just freaking hate storylines like that. Yeah, make fun of a woman's appearance or like a man's appearance. Like it's just I understand the heel is trying to get heat. I understand they're trying to get a story over and stuff like that, trying to get reaction from the crowd. But at the same time, it's like I've met Nikki Cross in person. She is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful individual. Like, and WWE likes putting storylines out there of like, weight and, facial features and looks and all that stuff. It's like, well, I mean, if you look at your roster up and down, everyone's different. I just don't like storylines like that. But that's besides the fact. I am excited for the match, and I am going to go with Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss to retain because, I don't. First of all, it's their first title defense. I mean, a change could happen.
Well, no, it's not. And no, it's not their first title defense. They've already beaten the Kabuki Warriors twice.
Second, yeah. So it's like third title defense.
Defeated the Iconics.
Yeah, third title defense. So there's a possibility the titles could change hands, but I'm going to go with them to retain anyways, even though I'm a big fan of Fire and Desire. That's all I got to say about the match. Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross retain.
Yep. All right, and Rice to Ryan, your thoughts on this match?
To be honest, I'm actually looking forward to this. Who I really actually think really should have been the first. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the whole Baylor and Sasha Banks team, but I really think Sonya and Mandy should have been the first ever women's tag team champions. But
preach, double R.
This match should definitely be good. I gotta say, I love Fire and Desire's tag team finishing move. It looks pretty sick. So it's kind of like a little bit like Undisputed Eras in a way, but it just looks really cool. For this one, like Phil Balor said, it's 50-50, but I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna say we're gonna have new champions. I'm gonna go with Fire and Desire.
All
That's right.
right.
New women's tag team champions.
All right. That's 2 championships Ryan believes will change hands so far.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of what you guys are
There we go.
saying. Because I'm hosting a contest.
Hey, I mean, they don't call it Clash of Champions for nothing.
Yeah, because this is why, folks, that we're looking forward to this so much, because I'm keeping track of all the titles that Heel Balor and Restaurant and anybody else are hoping that will change hands, and whatever the final number is, they have to make sure that exact amount of titles has to change hands in order to win. It doesn't have to be specifically the ones they chose. It just has to be that number. Example, well, Restaurant's at 2, even though there'll probably be more. But I'm just saying, if 2 titles change hands, he wins. But that's just an example. I know he's going to have more. But let's get moving on to the next championship match. Next set of tag titles. The Raw Tag Team Championships as the champions, Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman? Did I read that right?
Real life WWE 2K.
Wait, hold on a minute. Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman. Well, okay, that's an unusual pairing. Versus Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Well, let me question. Did any of these 2 teams exist last month at SummerSlam?
No, not at all.
Seth Rollins, I believe, was crushing Brock Lesnar. Dolph Ziggler was getting crushed by Goldberg. Braun Strowman was gone. Robert Roode was gone. So, wow, okay.
Why is this happening?
Okay, let's be fair, though. Rudolph,
right.
the Glorious Tag Team. You gotta admit, that actually works. Rudolph, the Glorious Tag Team.
I like it. I watched them
Rudolph, the
take the name.
Glorious Tag Team, won a tag team turmoil. And if they beat Seth and Strowman, they will win the tag team gold.
It
actually worked. Here's the thing, though. We're almost in the fall season. Why are we getting Christmassy already?
Because we want the hotness to go away.
Bravo! Bravo!
Thank you very much.
Bravo! Bravo!
Okay, in all fairness, though, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler literally had to beat 4 consecutive teams to make it here. So in some ways, their title match is not exactly random here. Their team was random, but they won the tag team turmoil. They beat 4 teams in a row. So in my opinion, they did earn it.
I agree.
Many people will probably deny it, but you know what? It's okay because let's face it. Like, here's the thing: when it comes to stuff like that, you can't. There's just no denying that it was earned. I mean, it wasn't just randomly given to Robert and Dolph.
Nope.
So that's why we got nothing to say about how they won it because, well, fuck, we have nothing bad to say about it. It was earned and deserved. So it just goes to show that even the most random appearance can turn out really great. Remember Kane and Daniel Bryan?
Team hell no.
We honestly never thought that would ever work out, but oh my god, it was one of the greatest tag teams ever.
Here's another team that I don't think anyone brings up. Childhood favorites of mine, Batista and Rey Mysterio as a tag team.
Damn right.
Good times.
Good times indeed.
Good times.
In the meantime,
Anyways.
Seth and Braun, on the other hand, were just having some problems with the OC. They teamed up to face them for the tag titles randomly and won them randomly. So, yeah, Seth Rollins is a double champion for the 3rd or 4th time now?
4th time. 3-time, actually. 3-time. Yay.
Because let's face it, he was WWE champ and United States champ coincidentally at a Champions pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As it turns out, Braun Strowman's also competing twice because he's the challenger to the Universal title, which we'll talk about later. So these names are going to be brought up a little later. In the meantime, this tag team title match, Heel Balor, your thoughts on Seth and Braun versus Rudolph?
Build up sucked. I mean, I think it should be a fun match. There's legit nothing I can really say about the match. I mean, it's literally out of nowhere. I mean, I understand you're trying to, I guess, establish Dolph and Bobby Roode as a tag team, I guess, or whatever. You literally, I talked about this a few weeks ago. You had heavy machinery right there for the picking. You had them right there. I understand some people in the comments will probably say it wasn't their time. It's not their time. But you could have done that instead of doing Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode or Robert Roode, whatever the heck he's called nowadays. And you could have pushed them. And, of course, Seth and Braun being tag champs. I complained about this a few weeks ago. It kind of buried, I wouldn't say buried the OC. It kind of ruined the OC. Putting the titles on Braun and Seth.
Well, I can understand like a lot of that, but I know for a fact, considering AJ Styles is with the OC, like if they're ever falling or drowning, there's AJ to pull them back up. So at least there's that thing about.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, what's your prediction for this match?
I'm going to go with new champions. I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say that Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler pick up the win. Because I think we're going to have some, little bit back and forth between Braun and Seth. That's going to lead into one of them turning on the other. Probably Braun on Seth. Or vice versa. Who knows? And then that'll cost them. And then they'll lose tag team titles. That's all I got to say. New champs are being crowned.
They better face off literally after that match, right?
Say it again?
They better face off literally after that match for the Universal title.
I hope that's the case.
Yeah, because if they're competing twice, then how about just do it right now? There you go.
There you go.
Anyways, Wrestler Ryan, your thoughts and prediction.
Honestly, I'm not really... The only thing I would really be interested is to somehow, I'd probably say Braun, turns on Seth or something. But honestly, I'm not really too interested in this match. But for my prediction, I got this feeling, so we saw on Raw, I think, what was it, a 10-man tag match for the main event?
Yeah.
And one part where Braun Strowman, I think he gets something like a power slam, so he goes for the cover, and Seth Rollins, he's trying to hold back Dolph and Robert, and they push him into him, and then you saw kind of a little bit of an argument between Braun and Seth there. I could see something happening, kind of something like that, but I could see Braun getting really frustrated with Seth, and to a point, I think where he just kind of almost turns on him, and I don't know, kind of something like that, and then pretty much, I think, Dolph and Robert, take advantage of that and become the new Raw Tag Team Champions. I can kind of see that. So, for me, it's another 50-50, but shit, I'm going to go for another match where we have new Tag Team Champions. So, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler are going to be the new Raw Tag Team Champions.
All right. That's amazing. All right. As for me, yeah, I'm also thinking that maybe we're going to have new tag team champions on that one. I don't really have much else to say about this because I honestly could really care less about the entire team.
I mean, hey, that's really... Sorry, Christian.
Yeah, I could just really care less about the entire pairing of Seth and Braun. I'm more invested in Robert and Dolph here.
Yeah. I mean, hey, WWE can, basically put the tag titles on any random team nowadays, which they done before.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to head upstairs really quickly and take care of something. However, we're going to talk about really quickly the Smackdown tag team title match. So, Wrestler Ryan, go ahead and talk forward. Who we got?
All right. So, we got the Revival taking on your WWE Smackdown
Tag Team Champions.
Baby! Yeah, we got the Revival and the New Day.
New Day!
SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And let me ask this. Why is a Raw tag team competing for a SmackDown tag team title?
WWE logic, Double R. Why did Alexa Bliss compete for the SmackDown Women's Championship a few months ago when she is a Raw wrestler? Why did Samoa Joe go for the WWE Championship at Extreme Rules when he was a Raw superstar.
Hey, not to even forget another match that we have with The Miz versus Shinsuke Nakamura,
What'd I
another
miss?
Raw superstar.
Wait, hold on a second. What did I miss?
Okay,
All
I'll
Good,
tell you
double.
what to talk about. Okay, so I was asking the question. I said, why is a Raw tag team competing for a SmackDown championship?
Yeah, well, here's what I want to say from my view. That at this point, I don't really care because the draft is coming up next month.
Thank you.
Yeah, but still though, which I'm happy. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, why did they decide to keep the wild card rule? It was just confusing as heck
Screw the
anyway.
wild
It's
card
hard to
rule.
even know. It's hard to even know who was on which brand. You might as well not even have the freaking superstar shakeup, whatever the heck, anymore. If they're just going to continue to do that crap.
Well, the good thing
Preach,
is,
dude.
we can just hang on just for another few weeks, and then we'll be free of it. Just hang on tightly, guys. We're almost out.
Thank God.
Because think about it this way: when it comes to they really are reinforcing the brand split and trying to make it like other sports, like NFL and everything has 2 leagues on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was hearing. It's supposed to be something like that. Some kind of the
That's just same thing with the NHL. They have 2 different sides and everything.
yeah.
But nevertheless, if you're on one side, you're permanently banned from the other side unless there's another draft. So that is actually honestly a good thing to know. And of course, they're trying to make things a lot differently so SmackDown will differ from Raw and make it stand out on its own, which I think is a wonderful idea. So honestly, as of right now, I don't really care if the Revival, a Raw team, is competing for the SmackDown titles because they're probably going to get moved over. Think about it this way. When Kevin Owens was United States Champion in 2017, he was part of the Raw brand. Actually, part of the SmackDown brand. Chris Jericho was a challenger. Kevin Owens was on SmackDown. Chris Jericho was on Raw. And yet Jericho won the U.S. title, and before he left the company, he was moved to SmackDown. So that's likely going to happen.
Yeah.
There's
I
that
understand where you're coming from.
So that's why I'm not really that concerned, especially since the draft is coming up. They're probably going to get moved to SmackDown anyway if they win. Or the New Day will just hang on to it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, my prediction is the New Day to retain. Ryan, go ahead and keep talking.
All right. So my prediction for this match, I think this is kind of a filler match. I mean, there's really kind of nothing to this, but I mean, of course, you have Randy Orton and the Revival, which I think is a really cool trio. I really like that. I think they should keep that going. But I mean, overall, I think it's just really kind of a just another match. But
we got to get all the. And besides, we got to get
good.
We need all the titles on the line anyway, so they just had to do that.
Yeah.
It only exists.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It only exists because It only exists because we need all the titles on the line. So this is one of the occasions where even if it does look like a filler match, it's all part of the tradition of the pay-per-view, so it counts.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's why.
Makes a lot of sense. There
we go. That's why.
Go ahead.
Doesn't
Christian, sorry.
That's why, in my opinion, it doesn't have to make sense whether it's this person facing that person. As long as the title's on the line, everything else is fucking irrelevant.
Fact, brother.
Yeah. I mean, they don't call this Clash of Champions for nothing. Night Champions, Clash of Champions, what are you going to say? That's the whole main point of this pay-per-view is to have every title defended. Yep. So anyway, I think this match is just kind of made because you had Randy Orton, the Revival, and the New Day kind of feuding. But for what it's worth, this should be a pretty, entertaining match because I do like the Revival and I do like the New Day. For this, I don't think the Revival is gonna win the titles. I gotta go probably with the New Day to retain. So I'm going with the New Day.
Yeah, understandable. Heel Ballard, your thoughts on the SmackDown Tag Title match and your prediction? Oh, is his Wi-Fi went out? Yep, I think his Wi-Fi went out.
Willie there?
I think, folks, is the cable company has arrived. So, Heel Balor, we'll get back to him a little later. In the meantime, Rice to Ryan, what do you say? Until Willie gets back, we're going to keep going forward. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to go and talk about the Cruiserweight Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a triple threat match for the Cruiserweight title, as Drew Gulak is defending against Humberto Carrillo and Lince Dorado. And originally it was just going to be Drew and Humberto. However, Lince Dorado was added, I believe. Let's see, when did Lince Dorado get added in? I'm trying to
I think it's was it like a week ago?
Oh yeah, Lince defeated Humberto in a match to, add himself in. There you go. So there you go. He earned his way in. That's the way I put it.
Cool.
He earned his way in on that case. All right. However, there's not much we can usually say about this. Even though, despite the fact this is Clash of Champions, I still think this is going to be on the pre-show. What do you think, Ryan?
I could see it happening.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I think if any match should be on the pre-show, it should be a match that doesn't involve a championship.
Oh, so Roman Reigns and Eric Rowan.
Yeah, because technically, if you ask me, because the Cruiserweight is, they're battling for the Cruiserweight Championship, so it should be on the main card. Whereas, don't get me wrong, Roman and Rowan, that match, there's no championship involved. Not saying anything bad about the match, but there's no championship involved. They're not fighting for nothing. So, you might as well just move that to the pre-show.
Yeah.
Just saying, but
that's understandable in that case because, well, Cruiserweight title has always been on the pre-show for almost everything, even WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that and understanding.
All
right. Heel Balor is back. Reset his router, I believe.
Hey.
We're talking about the Cruiserweight title match, but quickly give us your prediction on the Smackdown Tag Team title match.
I'm looking forward to it. It should be a fun match. I'm going to go with the New Day to retain because, first of all, it really doesn't make any sense to why the Revival should be winning the tag team titles. And also, I think we're going to be getting a title change with another individual down in the middle of the night with the WWE Championship. So I'm going to go with the Revival to lose the match and the New Day to retain. So there you go.
All right, Anyways, we were also talking about the Cruiserweight Championship, and it's a triple threat between Drew Gulak, Humberto Carrillo, and Lince Dorado.
Ooh.
And Ryan and I were just talking about how the fact that we guarantee this is likely going to be on the pre-show, like it always is, even despite the fact that it has a title, which all titles should be on the main card.
Fact.
And besides, the Cruiserweight titles, here's the thing. Sometimes Cruiserweight title matches are good, sometimes they're bad. Remember that one time when it was really bad?
Let's not remember that.
Yeah. Money in the Bank 2019.
Damn it.
That was a shame. But anyways,
I know.
Drew Gulak, Humberto Carrillo, Lince Dorado, two guys who have not challenged that Cruiserweight title, I don't think ever.
Nope.
So I think this is great that Drew has two brand new challengers, fresh blood, if you call it that. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And my pick is Drew Gulak to retain. Heel Balor?
I don't think the title's going to change hands with this match, so I'm going to go with the champ to retain.
Yeah, and Rice to Ryan.
I got to go with Drew Gulak to retain.
Okay, once again, we're all on the retain side.
All right.
Okay, now we're going to move off from the Cruiserweight title. All right, we were talking about that. Now we're about to talk about some more women's action. First off, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw Women's Championship as the man, Becky Lynch, is taking on the bitchy boss, Sasha Banks. I call her the bitchy boss. I call her bitchy boss now because she acts like an actual bitch.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Was she the one that was part of Team Boring and Bullshit?
Yeah.
You are correct.
Team Boring and Bullshit. Remember we always talked about that when it came to the podcast at the start of this year?
Ah, yes.
And at the time, they were boring and bullshit. But now, let me guess, Ryan. This is.
I guess we know what this means.
It's goofy.
That's goofy.
Oh my god.
That's goofy. Team boring and bullshit.
Yep, that was goofy. That was one of our. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our goofy moment of the night.
Well, I wouldn't say they're boring and bullshit now. I mean,
Not
they're
anymore,
kind of
no.
improving, but still.
Sasha Banks is exactly what she was in NXT and should have been on the main roster.
Fact.
Because
Now
whatever
they're
she was before,
finally doing it.
it's boss time.
Don't say that.
I like how Michael Cole
Oh,
literally
God.
said that. I like how Michael Cole said that with a question mark.
I know, right?
You know, you would think since Sasha's a heel now, Michael Cole wouldn't say that. But you know what? He still says it. He goes basically. He still says it the same way, just a little like he doesn't say it like as expressive, but he's just like, "It's boss time." Like, shut up.
Yeah, please shut
I
up.
hear him say that all the time.
My God, AJ Styles told you to shut up this past week.
Exactly. That was fun.
That was funny. I liked it.
However,
That's funny.
yeah, Sasha Banks
Shut
returned.
your mouth, Michael Cole. I'll knock your teeth down your throat.
People thought he said dick, but whatever.
Sorry, Sasha Banks returned
Really?
to Raw
Oh
after.
my god.
So who talks first? You talk first. I talk first.
Go, Kirsten. Keep going.
Go ahead,
That should,
Christian.
that should be
Keep
my
going.
next catchphrase. Anytime there's a lot of people talking at one time, I should always say that.
Yeah.
Please.
All right. Anyway, Sasha Banks returned the Raw after SummerSlam in My Kingdom.
Hell yeah.
My God, that was still one of the best
Two
fucking
of them.
weekends I've ever had. My brother Longneck Josh, shout out to you, brother. Love you, man. I can't wait to see us Infinity War.
Love you, Josh.
Love you, Jay. Love you, brother Jay.
Can't wait to see him
Love
at
you,
Infinity
Longneck
War, right?
Josh.
Did anybody hear me on that one?
I did.
Yeah. Who's
I did.
excited? Who's excited to see Josh at part of Infinity War?
I am.
That's gonna be great because he's gonna join the elite cast. But
It's
anyways, Sasha Banks
gonna
returned
be
the Raw.
amazing.
So who talks first? You talk first. I talk first.
You go.
Okay, Sasha Banks returned the Raw after SummerSlam and attacked Natalya, revealing blue hair, which honestly I think's a lot hotter than pink hair.
I mean, she turned from Mal to Evie very quickly. If you don't get that reference, get the hell out of here.
Exactly. And now I like how she brawled with Becky Lynch as well and had a great. She actually has like a. Seems as if she has been given a lot more control or something over her character.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing. I like that.
Yeah. And people. Who's snacking?
I mean, Double R.
Double
Me?
R. You literally eating on your microphone, bro?
Are you that bored of this match?
No.
Oh.
Probably just hungry.
No.
It's understandable. I'm hungry too. I'm gonna eat after I'm done with this.
I just ate.
Yeah,
So.
I just gotta grab a quick snack real fast.
Okay, yeah, no
All
problem.
right.
Go
Anyway.
ahead. I'm
So-
listening.
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm clear.
All right, yeah, no
All
problem.
right.
So yeah, Sasha Banks is now taking on Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title at Clash of Champions. And I'll be perfectly honest, this is a match that we've wanted to see for a long time. Isn't that right, Willie?
Me, especially being a huge, of course, you all know, big Becky Lynch fan, big Sasha fan myself. Yeah, you mind if I kick it off, Christian?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Kick it right off.
Alrighty, this match, the build-up has been fantastic. I have been enjoying the build-up. From the heel turn from Bayley and this weird alliance, which kind of makes sense at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, Bayley kind of hasn't changed. I'll go down to that road when we get to Bayley's match. But with Sasha Banks and Becky, I really am excited to see what they can do in the ring. And this match needs to be protected, especially the finish, because you just had Sasha Banks, who just returned, and also you have Becky Lynch, who has been on a hot streak since WrestleMania, even though her character's been dying since then. I predict what we're going to see is a screwy finish. It's going to keep both Becky and Sasha looking strong. Because think about it. I think they'll set the rematch at Hell in a Cell. So I am going to go for either a DQ where Sasha's going to get disqualified, or I could see them doing some random finish where no winners decided. So I'm going to go with some screwy finish, and I think Becky's going to retain.
All right. Yeah, because we want to make sure that these two are protected when it comes to this rivalry, because we want this to last for quite a while. Especially if Sasha Banks probably has the intention of being the women's division.
Yeah.
If that's the case, she would have to win the Raw title, Bayley to keep her SmackDown title, and then they both win back the tag titles.
Yep.
Then they'd be the women's division.
Mm-hmm.
Reister Ryan, if you're here, your thoughts on the Raw women's title match?
All right. I'm still here. All right. This is really honestly probably my first or second match that I'm looking forward to. Because Willie said, this is a match that really we've been dying to see, and really kind of, I think we've seen it before on the main roster, but I really enjoyed when Sasha and Becky were like Team Bay at NXT.
Yes.
Pretty fun.
Good times.
And they had that really good takeover match. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to this match. So for my prediction, I do think Sasha Banks will become the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
Raw Women's Champion.
Definitely
All right.
It's the Raw Women's style, not the SmackDown.
Oh shit, my bad. I'm sorry.
I was about to say,
she's got blue hair, so I'm getting confused.
Oh my god, that's actually
She's got
funny
blue
to think
hair.
about.
What's wrong with blue hair?
I'm not sure it's SmackDown, okay? Yeah.
I mean,
So
it kind of makes
I
sense.
meant Raw Women's Champion.
Yeah.
My bad. My apologies. But yeah, I think definitely they need to keep the what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, momentum going. Especially since she is a heel, they need to make her, the badass that she was in NXT.
Hell yeah.
Just have it the same way on the main roster. And I think let me see what else. There was something else I was going to say. I lost it. Anyway, oh yeah. So anyway, the way I see this match going, I think it's gonna be a clean finish. I think Sasha Banks will make Becky Lynch tap to the boss statement.
Banks statement.
You say boss statement?
My bad. Yeah.
What's the boss
statement?
statement?
The boss statement. We're calling it. We're gonna call it the heel way. The heel way. The boss statement. But yeah, the bank statement. I think Becky Lynch is going to tap for the bank statement, and I can see definitely a rematch happening at Hell in a Cell. So I want to see this feud continue. So I think they should have at least one more match at Hell in a Cell. But yeah, Sasha Banks becomes the new Raw Women's Champion,
All right.
and hopefully it'll be a better run this time.
Yeah, where
If
she
she holds
actually,
onto it that long.
where she actually knows how to
Yeah.
retain it. I guarantee she probably
What's up, chicken Wish?
think that's right. I guarantee she probably Googled how to retain a title.
Can you actually do that? Because I'm on Google
You can
right
Google
now.
anything these days.
Yeah, true.
All right, and as for me, I am excited for Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks very much because I'll be honest, I did not like Sasha Banks back when she was a face because she's not a believable face.
She's
Yeah.
Honestly, I look at Sasha Banks as a face. She calls herself the boss. I'm like, she doesn't act like one.
nope.
I mean, she's like she's trying to be in the hug life with Bayley, and I was like, it's not working. It's not working.
It's not.
Yeah, it just really isn't working.
Yeah.
So when she finally turned heel, the Rock to SummerSlam, I was like, okay, good. Maybe we can actually get something great out of this. And lo and behold, look what we got.
Yep.
Now it's only a matter
Them
of
is
how this is
quote-unquote
executed.
heels.
Now it's only a matter of time on how this is executed.
I know, right?
However, I believe Becky Lynch will retain the championship. She'll still defeat Sasha Banks. Continue her title reign that's been going on since WrestleMania, which I'm I'll be honest, I'm not really surprised that Becky's been champ this long.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, like, at times, yeah, it has not exactly been a good title reign, especially with all her matches with Lacey Evans.
Don't remind me.
Oh, my God.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
But hey, you know what? It's Becky
Well,
Lynch.
that's
She's
another
doing
reason,
great.
yes, because, like,
Who?
Like what, Ryan?
I was going to say, I think another reason why she's held it, like, this long is, like, since she's on the cover of WWE 2K20.
Oh, yeah,
I think
2K20,
that's
yeah.
another reason why.
I can see that being the reason.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Not everybody who's been on the cover of the 2K games has exactly given the success.
Nope.
Yeah.
In the meantime, though, yeah, I believe Becky Lynch will retain, continue this feud with Sasha, maybe going into Hell in a Cell. We'll see how it happens on that.
Probably inside the cell.
I wouldn't mind that, honestly. I mean, I'll be honest. Her Hell in a Cell match with Charlotte Flair was kind of a fail.
It sucked.
Yeah, but you know, it was
It sucked.
the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match, so I gave them at least a little bit of credit
Yeah,
for trying. In the meantime, though,
they tried.
we're going to go on to the other women's title match on the Smackdown side, and it's the other set of the Four Horsewomen, as that's what we got to mention. Both women's title match contains each of the four horsewomen, Becky and Sasha, and now Bayley versus Charlotte Flair. In Charlotte's hometown, the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina.
You said Charlotte 3 times, I think, in the entire sentence.
Yep.
Nice.
Facing Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte's in her hometown, the Queen
4
City
times.
of Charlotte, North Carolina.
6. Wow.
But even despite that, I don't know if Charlotte's going to be cheered or anything. Do you think she will? I mean, sure, it's her
mixed reaction.
It's her hometown, but Charlotte was cheered more than Trish Stratus at SummerSlam, and that was in friggin' Toronto.
True.
Becky was cheered more than Natalya that night, too.
That's already sucks, so...
So there's that to think about. Bayley versus Charlotte Flair. Bayley semi-turned heel, I guess. Actually, I think she did turn
That's
heel
not a
because
heel
you can see like a little bit of her new behavior. I mean, sure, she still has the hug life going on, but maybe that's her cover-up.
I hope that's the cover-up. I hope you need to bring out this... what I want to see, I wrote this on Twitter. What you need to do with Bayley is that you need to make her fucking emo. You need this emo Bayley. Now hear me out. What you need to do with Bayley is that you need to shut all this garbage, this hug life crap. You need to start shitting on the kids. All right? You need to
want
start
her
getting the needle out when you come out and doing your entrance.
Wait, whoa, whoa,
Pop
whoa,
the
whoa,
freaking
whoa,
Bayley
whoa,
badge
whoa,
with
whoa,
me.
whoa, 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 whoa. Did you say you
What?
want Bayley to shit on kids?
You know what I mean.
Oh my god.
She needs to start. Okay, let me put it in different terms. She needs to start being naughty to the little children.
Oh, so you want her to start getting sexual with children?
No.
What is going on with you, bro?
Okay, she needs to put the children in timeout. Put the children in timeout. And
Oh my god.
Ryan, help me out here.
Oh jeez.
He's freaking muted.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is that you need to have Bayley come out and be... Now, I don't know if there's ever been a quote-unquote babyface-led Bayley who has ever went down a dark path. Has there been that kind of babyface who's ever gone down a dark path but still kept their kid-friendly character?
No, not really, honestly.
Okay, then she'd be the first.
But if I'm being honest,
Now, what I'm thinking... What you got?
you said before that she should be emo, right? So she should do the Peter Parker
Yes.
dance?
I would not mind that at all.
That'd be fucking
And by the way,
awesome.
guys, Spider-Man 3 is freaking awesome. I don't care what anyone says.
Exactly.
It's
Emo
good.
Peter Parker is the highlight.
That's right.
Hell yeah. Ryan, wait, just mute it. Ryan, did you hear every word I just said? Guess not. But Oh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was saying, what Bailey needs to do is basically put the little kids in timeout or whatever, and coming out with the Bailey Buddy and whatever the heck she needs to do. She needs to come out with a needle and start popping the Bailey Buddies, right? And basically just go full heel. You need to make people hate you.
I suggested the dart gun. I suggested the dart gun. Could you just imagine? I'm the guy who hyped up.
Here's the thing.
Could you just imagine? I'm the guy who actually said,
screw the damn kids and just kick ass. Screw the damn kids and kick ass.
Yeah, think
I
about this.
thought you legit just said kick the kids. I was going to say, dude.
Well, you're the one who said shit on the kids.
No.
True.
Yeah, I heard that. Shit on the kids.
Yeah, and then he wanted Bailey to get sexual with the kids by saying getting naughty with the kids.
Then I heard that. I'm out.
I'm trying to be PG here.
I gotta tell you, we fucked up big time, didn't we? This is honestly the craziest moment in the Losers Lounge history.
Back, dude. Like, we're... Okay, so... Pop the freaking
Get
Bailey
ready, because
Buddies.
people in the comment section are going to be calling us pedophiles.
Oh, wow. Oh, God.
No, we're not pedophiles. We're just grown men who love wrestling.
Exactly.
We just act stupid, okay?
Yeah, we're supposed to be
Stupid.
Yes, I'm eating on chips.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
There's chips, okay?
All right. Let's
Moving
actually...
on.
We've talked a lot about Bailey. Let's actually talk a moment about the fact that Charlotte Flair could actually become a 10-time champion on Sunday.
I wouldn't put it past them.
That'd be great.
But I don't see it happening.
Oh, really?
I don't see it happening. You have Bailey as this quote-unquote new heel. You know, just go behind the dance, throwing their asses all. Come on, man. But yeah, Bailey is this new heel, and I don't know how WWE thinks. Thank God I don't know how they think. You have this new character, heel, I guess, whatever she is, tweener. Let's go with tweener.
Yeah, we'll just
with
call
Bailey,
that for now.
and I think they want to protect her and her character in this new heel turn, I guess. And I think WWE is going to go the route of, I wouldn't say it's free finish with this one. No. I think Bailey cheats to win. She cheats to win. Pulls the tights or whatever, ref bump or whatever. I think Bailey's going to retain.
All right.
Just to protect her character. I'm going to go to retain for Bailey.
And as for me, I am going to say that I believe Charlotte Flair will become the 10-time champion. Woo! It runs in the Flair family. Rice and Ryan, your thoughts on the SmackDown tag title? I mean, not tag title. SmackDown women's title match.
We're getting confused, people, so just bear with us. Sorry.
There's so many titles on the line. I'm trying to keep track on something, but unfortunately, that's not really working out.
Boss statement, whatever the heck.
Did you say boss
statement? Called?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Yeah.
Not bank statement, boss statement. Yeah.
And Willie wants Bailey to shit on kids for whatever reason.
No, I don't.
This is honestly,
Ryan.
This is the greatest podcast of all time.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Ryan, what you got, bro?
Ryan, talk about that title match.
Woo! All right.
I don't think of more lines.
As Willie said, yeah, why have they not? Yeah, if they're made Bailey a heel going forward, why have they not given her like a new theme? And like she still comes out with like the Bailey butts and everything, like
the Bailey butts.
The Bailey butts? What the fuck?
Whatever Bailey butts or
what the hell's happening?
Whatever they're called.
What's happening to us?
Funny? You know what's funny about that is that she does have a big butt.
She does, yeah.
Oh God.
Hey, come on, don't deny that. But hey, she can't compare to Charlotte Flair's ass, because I've actually seen it live in person that one time when I went to Smackdown, and she got her tights pulled down. I watched that in person.
Wait, what?
Oh, God.
You're just now telling me that. Oh, my God.
It was in 2017 on Smackdown in Toronto.
So that's when I was too.
I remember that.
I don't remember seeing what happened.
It was when she faced Lana.
Yeah. She faced Lana. That's what happened on that occasion. So that sort of thing happens at times. Oh, and I think Heel Balor's
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah, I think his router's been turned off again.
Oh god, man! What a way!
It's
what
all right.
a way to end on that conversation.
Yeah.
It's on.
This is gonna be weird to come back on anyway.
What are you here?
Nope, I think his router has to be restarted again. But we're gonna we're gonna keep talking and move on.
Right, yeah,
keep on talking about your thoughts on the
I get on the match. Okay. Okay.
You were talking about the Bailey bots. You were talking about the Bailey bots.
Yeah. Anyway, I think they just need to give her like a new theme and like new attitude. Like, don't be like cheerful or anything like that. You just need to, have like this real serious look on your face. Like, just be different. Like, don't like be nice to the kids or anything. I mean, that's really what Mandy Bailey is really kind of known for, is like hugging the kids and everything. So if you're like a hero, like, don't even give hugs to kids. Like, don't even acknowledge them or anything. Just be like real mean to them. Just something like that. But anyway, yeah. So I'm assuming Charlotte Flair is the face. I guess she turned face. I'm assuming. But anyway,
I can't really put it behind Charlotte to be a heel or a face at this moment because
it's kind of weird because like it's kind of like the time when I think it was Paige and Charlotte, like when Paige and Charlotte were feuding, and Paige was the heel and Charlotte was the babyface. But then later on, Charlotte gets into like a feud with Becky, and then she kind of like it was kind of awkward because like then she kind of started like she turned heel, and like when she was kind of still feuding with Paige, so it was really kind of awkward because that's when Charlotte kind of was turning heel. So anyway, I don't know. So like anyway, I would assume that probably there's a possible chance Charlotte could win, but I don't think she's gonna cheat. I think Bayley's gonna be the one that cheats. I could see it happening. So I'm gonna say Charlotte 10 time does not happen at Clash of Champions. It will eventually, but not going to happen at Clash of Champions. I got to go with Bayley. If they're going to keep the heel momentum going on Sasha and Bayley, then, I think they need the titles. Then keep it on Bayley. So that's my pick, Bayley.
All right, no problem. All right. Since heel Balor is back.
What happened to you?
Yeah, pretty much the router again.
Yep.
Well, we were more than prepared this time. But we were still on that same match. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on now to the mid-card championships. We still got 4 more titles left. So let's start off with the United States Championship. This is a match I'm excited for. AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander.
You say you're excited about this match? I am freaking ecstatic for this match.
Yeah,
Heel Balor, Cedric is finally getting a spotlight.
Yeah, Heel Balor, you go first. Your thoughts and prediction.
Oh my god, I am so excited for this match. I cannot wait. Cedric, I've been watching him since he came up from the Indies, all that stuff, the Cruiserweight Classic. Now here he is in the spotlight, and I first of all, I still can't believe he's in the spotlight. And that's amazing considering the fact that, he's basically, probably the Vince McMahon and everyone else backstage, he's a nobody. And the guy is so talented. Great in the ring. He's amazing. Of course, he's getting in there with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, U.S. champion. And it's really not much I can say about it, man. I really am looking forward to the match. Just really no words. I'm just so excited to see one of my favorites finally just getting a title shot. It's so great. Prediction, I am going to go with Cedric to win the title. I think it's time. AJ Styles will probably do the deeds for him. And I think AJ will be more than happy to put the guy over, give him his first title win. And yeah, man, I'm going to freaking scream the house down. Cedric Alexander become U.S. champion.
All right, not bad. Sir Ryan, your thoughts on the U.S. title match?
Love it.
Hey, double R.
All right. Like Willie said, I really actually am looking forward to this because one, Cedric Alexander. I love Cedric Alexander. The guy is absolutely freaking talented, and so I'm glad he's getting a title opportunity. And of course, former Cruiserweight champion. But I think he makes a pretty good United States champion. I ain't gonna lie. but I don't know. I can kind of just see AJ Styles retaining. Of course, they got the whole OC going and everything. But I think Cedric will probably get another title opportunity, but I don't know. I think AJ is going to hang on to the title for just a little bit longer, so I got to go with AJ. But I will definitely be happy if Cedric does win, because I definitely do think he deserves it, but I got to go with AJ Styles.
All right. As for me,
Right.
I guarantee, Cedric Alexander, he's very impressive in the ring, and I know for a fact that AJ Styles is a, no pun intended, phenomenal performer.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cedric puts on some very good matches.
However, I do not believe that Cedric Alexander is going to win the U.S. title just yet. They're going to put on a great match, but AJ is going to catch him in the end with a phenomenal forearm, or maybe the Styles Clash, or maybe even the Calf Crusher, and retain his championship. But, of course, the door could still be open for the future.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, that being said, we're going to go on to the next one, the Intercontinental title match, where the champion Shinsuke Nakamura will defend against, hopefully, the up-and-coming record 9-time champion, The Miz. And I was honestly, here's the thing, I was disappointed that The Miz didn't even get past the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. However, when I realized he's going after the Intercontinental title, I'm like, well, this is even better than that King of the Ring. The Intercontinental title, let's face it, has been trash recently.
You ain't lying about that, dude.
Yeah, not
Our past
only...
two champions have been terrible.
You hate to see it.
Well, our current champion, our past champ was terrible. So, yeah.
Yeah. Here's like Shinsuke Nakamura, no offense, poor champion. And
he's not doing it.
And even, no offense, Willie, Finn Balor was a poor champion.
Finn sucked. I gotta be honest, dudes. Finn Balor as Intercontinental champion was just terrible booking, terrible timing, and he didn't bring any prestige to the Intercontinental Championship. I know you're probably shocked to hear the heels to Balor say that about his fame, but hey,
but
that's
he's
how
not.
it is.
Yeah, here's the thing. Heel Balor is not afraid to say it how it is.
Nope.
Yeah.
And even Shinsuke Nakamura, when he...
Shinsuke
Nakamura was a really bad United States champion, and now he's a really bad Intercontinental champion.
Shinsuke just has bad run as champion.
Nakamura, but, I just hate to say it. He sucked as the United States champion, and, you would think they would have learned from his past title reign, like he would do better with the Intercontinental title, but it's just not happening still. It's not clicking.
So this is why we say, please, Miz, save us. If there's anybody that can bring prestige to that Intercontinental title, it's the fucking Miz.
Fact. It's gonna be fact.
Listen, when the Miz from 2016 to 2018, the Miz was dominating the Intercontinental title scene, whether he was a champ or somebody else was the champion, but he was always in the scene, and he made the title relevant. More relevant than that fucking Universal title, or even the WWE title. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Fact, dude.
I need to lie. Like, that whole rivalry with Dolph Ziggler, and I'll give credit to Dolph Ziggler, he's a good Intercontinental champion too. But, you look at that 2016 feud they had, Dolph Ziggler and The Miz.
Oh my God.
That was honestly one of the best Intercontinental feuds of all time. I don't care what anybody says, that is one of the best Intercontinental title feuds of all time. And you know what? The Miz, he really meant what he says. He means what he says every single time on the mic about the Intercontinental title. He made it prestige. He works his ass off just to make it, relevant, even talked about. And even in the 2016, the Smackdown branded pay-per-views, the Intercontinental title, especially for example, No Mercy, I believe it was, that match with Dolph Ziggler, where Dolph Ziggler's career's on the line if he didn't win. Yeah. That was more talked about than the freaking WWE Championship match.
Which, by the way, opened that show.
Because apparently, well, think about this. There was the Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton presidential debate at the time, and plus the Giants were taking on the Packers in a football game. So, yeah, two massive things were happening. So they wanted to put the WWE title match as the opener of that pay-per-view at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, but you know what? whatever they did, it worked. Because even despite that, the Intercontinental title in the middle of the show was the most talked about match of the night, and it was the best match of the night, no doubt.
I agree.
So now I'm hoping, now let's just, the one thing we can hope for is that The Miz can win back this title. Although, we got to remember, Shinsuke Nakamura has Sami Zayn with him.
The Undertaker took care of Sami Zayn, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know for a fact Sami will still be around, though, for Sunday, but we could just only hope that The Miz can win back the title. Honestly, I'm predicting it'll happen. I'm predicting The Miz will become the 9-time champion and tie with Chris Jericho, our current AEW World Champion. And maybe The Miz will even get a little bit of the bubbly while we're there.
Hell yeah.
A little bit of the bubbly.
I don't do that stuff, but you know, whatever.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, good. This is the first time I ever quoted a meme like that. I just want to make sure I did it right because I've never done this before.
It's all good.
All right. So yeah, I predict The Miz to become the 9-time Intercontinental Champion. Heel Balor, what is your thoughts on the Intercontinental title match?
I mean, it's out of nowhere. This is one of those matches where you really have to think, I guess, WWE logic here and go with the safe bet, which is The Miz getting the title back. No offense to Shinsuke Nakamura. He's just been having bad luck ever since he's been called up to the main roster. And WrestleMania, after his WrestleMania match with AJ Styles, he's just been going downhill. And it's not his fault. I really feel so bad for Shinsuke. And his title run, his U.S. title run, now Intercontinental title run, it's just not good. And The Miz will, and hopefully does, The Miz will hopefully bring prestige back to the Intercontinental Championship. Because let's face it, The Miz, I believe, is has been one of the best Intercontinental champions. I wouldn't say of all time, but probably in the top 10.
Yes,
you can't deny that. You can't deny The Miz is probably in the top 10 of greatest Intercontinental champions of all time.
Exactly.
And
I'm
gonna go with
three, honestly.
Hell yeah, top 3. Hell yeah, top. Not even Seth. Yeah, we talk a lot about Seth Rollins on this podcast. But we can do that, we freaking please. Not even Seth freaking Rollins brought prestige to the Intercontinental Championship, which I was hoping he would bring prestige. And The Miz, The Miz and the Intercontinental Championship go together like peanut butter and jelly. Basically, the Intercontinental Championship and The Miz are two combined entities that need each other. So I am going to go for an Intercontinental Champion, and also I see them doing this to give a little jab to Chris Jericho. Jumping to AEW, and they're going to give Jericho a little bit of a jab, probably taking away his how many reigns as Intercontinental Champion, which, by the way, I think Jericho freaking cares. He's just going to get a little bit of the bubbly and all that stuff, and, so I'm going to go with The Miz to become the Intercontinental Champion again.
And here's the cool thing about this. The Miz is about 20 days away from becoming the number 1 longest reigning champion in combined days.
Holy crap. Wow.
Yeah, because here's the thing. The number 1 is Pedro Morales at 619 days, 619. That's funny. The Miz is at 599.
Good Lord.
If he holds on to it for just a month, he'll become the number 1 longest reigning champion combined of all time. And thus will definitely be number 1 in the Intercontinental title lineage.
Yeah.
And so if you think about it, yeah, The Miz is indeed one. That just goes to show The Miz is indeed one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time. And any time he had an Intercontinental title match, it was a fucking awesome match.
I agree.
No pun intended. Awesome.
Yep.
So Willie, your prediction.
As I said, I'm going to go with The Miz.
All right. And Reister Ryan, your thoughts and prediction on the Intercontinental title match.
I think this could be good, but really, honestly, I get this weird feeling that Sami Zayn's somehow going to get involved in. I think, honestly, I don't want to say it, but I can kind of see Nakamura retaining, but I think they need to give it to The Miz. I think they need to give it to The Miz. Even though I'm a big Nakamura fan, but he's just not clicking it as Intercontinental Champion. Now, I'm glad he's finally getting, title defense on a pay-per-view, or at least once, after he won the thing on the pre-show Extreme Rules. But still, though, I mean, like you guys say, if anybody brings prestige to that Intercontinental title, it's The Miz. So do what you gotta do to make that title relevant again. Put it on The Miz. So The Miz is my pick.
All right, that's amazing indeed. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the last two titles, the two world titles. First off, let's begin with the Universal Championship. We're going to bring up these names once again. Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman. The Raw Tag Team Champions are facing each other.
Braun Strowman lifted the belt and got a title shot. Yay!
Yep, apparently that's all you needed to do. Honestly, here's the thing. I should have looked at GTS's YouTube Wrestling Figures Heavyweight title, and then I would have gotten a title shot against the 16-time champion Grimm, who's apparently a heel now. Even though, despite the fact that he's a heel, no offense, he still just doesn't know he doesn't have what it takes to be a great wrestler.
Nope.
I say this with all due respect. He's trying, but he's failing. But we're not taking shots at Grimm. That's way too easy these days.
Yes.
Let's move on. Let's move on to something much more relevant and important and even better. And that's the Universal title match. Just have Rollins and Braun Strowman. All right.
I wouldn't say better, but whatever.
Okay, so yeah, this is going to be weird. Both these guys are performing twice. The tag team title match for the Raw side and the Universal title match. I'm honestly hoping that, I want Braun Strowman to win the title because Braun Strowman at the Universal title, that's long over freaking due.
It is.
That's long overdue. Seth Rollins is now a two-time champion. The only guy, one of the two guys to be two-time champion next to Brock Lesnar. And here's the thing. Let's just admit it. It is fucking stupid. Braun Strowman got dominated by Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins crushed Brock twice in a row.
That's because Seth Rollins is the 3 O's. Overhyped, overrated, overpushed, and I probably pissed all y'all Seth Rollins fanboys and fangirls off in the comments below. I don't give a shit. This man has been given literally everything this year. He's been given the world this year. WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, main event after main event after main event after main event after main goddamn event. And you've literally been given everything, dude. Everything. And I'm sick and tired of you as champion. You're not bringing in ratings. You're certainly not putting butts in seats. I mean, personally, I don't want to see you around as champ. You need to be back in the mid-card where you belong, okay? It's time for Braun Strowman to shine. And I know some people don't like Braun Strowman, but let's be honest here, guys. Who would you rather see as champion? Braun Strowman or Seth Rollins?
Braun Strowman. Braun fucking Strowman. Braun Strowman should have been champion back in 2017 by now.
Yeah.
Fact.
Unfortunately,
and as a Christian just said,
he was
as someone just said, the fact that Braun Strowman got squashed by Brock Lesnar, but Seth Rollins waltzes into WrestleMania and beats the Beast in the opening match makes me sick.
And then also he did the same thing in the main event of SummerSlam in my Kingdom of Toronto. As much as I liked it, at the same time, it's still sad that someone as tiny as Seth Rollins crushed the Beast incarnate twice in a row.
Once again, Christian, Seth Rollins has been given the freaking... Let's face it, guys. Seth Rollins, I hate saying this. Actually, I don't hate saying this. Be salty if you want to say it. Be salty if you want down in the comments below what I'm about to say. Seth Rollins is the new Roman Reigns. And what I mean by that, remember Roman Reigns was hated back in 2015?
Oh, yeah.
2016?
Bingo.
That's the news. That's what Seth Rollins is now. And I understand that he's the poster child. He has Triple H in his back pocket and probably up his ass. But this is really, really pushing it, man. You've been given everything. This has been your year. I don't know about you guys, but I've had enough of Seth Rollins. I'm saying that with all due respect. I respect him as not as a person. I think he's a horrible human being, in my opinion. I respect him as a wrestler. And I've had enough. I've had enough of Seth Rollins in the main event scene. I don't know about you guys, but that's just my opinions on the entire thing of Seth Rollins. He's been given the world, and I've had it. Braun Strowman murders the man. Not living, of course. But I don't see that happening. If you want me to move in my predictions, I don't see that happening. I don't see Braun Strowman winning either. What I see happening is The Fiend.
Yeah.
I think The Fiend's showing up. The Fiend's going to show up and
yeah.
cause destruction.
I get it now. The Fiend interrupts, but the match ends in a no contest. And let's say if this is what closes off the night. What closes off the night is the Fiend destroys Seth Rollins, poses, and then the feed literally cuts as the pay-per-view ends.
Goes off the air. I don't think he holds up the belt. He puts Rollins to sleep with the mandible claw. And there you go. Your Hell in a Cell match is set. And we get Braun Strowman, I don't know, maybe triple threat inside Hell in a Cell. I don't know. But I think the Fiend showing up and he's going to cause havoc. As he said, he'll see you in hell.
Yep. So I'm thinking, this at the same time, this will also protect Braun Strowman.
Oh yeah, it'll protect Strowman in the end because at the end of the day, Strowman is still, in my opinion, I think Strowman's a pretty good wrestler. I wouldn't say he's one of the worst. But yeah, keep him looking strong, in the end, and probably defeat. So there you go, the Fiend showing up and causing havoc and just pretty much just causing chaos. I mean, that's a good way to end the pay-per-view. If this match closes the show, which if they're having Bray Wyatt show up, I think it might close the show. Who knows what closed the show?
Yeah, I think that should have.
I got the Fiend showing up.
Yeah, you pretty much. My prediction on all that is everything except I actually said that Seth Rollins would retain against Braun, sadly, before he gets assaulted by the Fiend. However, I like Willie's idea the best. Ends in a no contest. Seth does not beat Braun. Braun is protected. Seth could still remain the champion for now, and then take on the Fiend at Hell in a Cell, where he'll ultimately get annihilated.
And destroyed.
Well, actually, no offense once again, Willie. Like Finn Balor, Seth Rollins is going to get fucking killed.
Yep.
Because let's face it, Bray Wyatt fucking murdered Finn Balor at SummerSlam.
He murdered him so bad, Finn went bald.
Yeah.
And so left Fiend.
I gotta tell you, I still look back on that match with the Fiend and Finn Balor, and that still scares me. That entrance still scares me.
Oh my gosh.
Because, here's the thing. I was fucking there in the audience being a part of that, and that freaked me the fuck out.
Yep.
Scared me.
Oh my
I guarantee.
God.
Even Long Neck Josh was scared. He wouldn't admit it, but he was scared. I wouldn't blame him if he...
blame him one bit.
Yeah, because that entrance was crazy, and I like what they've done ever since. They don't have the Fiend show up. They don't have Bray Wyatt show up all the time.
Nope.
This makes you wonder. Yeah. That scares everybody because you're wondering when's he going to show up again and who's he going to get.
Yep.
What I also like about the Fiend, is it's all Bray Wyatt. It's all he has creative control. It's all him.
That's what I love about it as well.
Yeah.
Is that he, as you said, he has creative control. He, puts input into his character, and I just love it. And people are calling him the new Undertaker. I wouldn't go that far.
Hell no.
I wouldn't go that far.
He ain't the next Undertaker. He's the first Fiend.
Yep. There's no new Undertaker.
You could say, you're passing the torch, but, nobody's ever going to be an Undertaker.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, I just want to ask really quickly before I go back to the Universal title match. Your thoughts on actually, not your thoughts. I gotta tell you, it was so fucking scary when Bray tried to snap Finn's neck, huh?
Oh, my God. That moment.
Oh, my gosh.
In my opinion, that was a little
too... I wasn't sure where he was going to do it.
That was a little too far. No offense to all the others in WWE, but that's a little too far. That's something you should not be trying to do.
Yeah, that was... When he did that moment, I mean... At first, I had to literally watch it all over again because, I was just too sucked in the moment. And I was like, did you really just try and snap the man's neck? That's kind of pushing it. In my opinion, that's pushing it a little bit. And it's not because it's my favorite being pretty much murdered and massacred in the ring. It's because, you're actually depicting murder. He tried to murder Finn Balor. For real. So...
I gotta tell you, the way the match ended, that was fucking awesome. Maracle Claw was he was literally pressing him down into the mat.
Yeah, I got very worried at that part. But, the Fiend killed Finn Balor and pretty much, made him go bald. So, yeah. And he apologized, which I don't think Finn Balor's going to forgive him for. So,
but hey, congrats to Finn Balor on his wedding, too.
Oh, yeah, my boy got married. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, or Kobe Lopez and Rebecca Quinn on getting engaged. So, hey, my two favorite wrestlers are living their best lives. I'm not talking about Seth Rollins.
Yeah, anyways, back to Seth Rollins. I'm the one who voted that Seth would retain the title before The Fiend would ambush him, but I like Willie's idea better. Rice or Ryan, your thoughts on the Universal title match?
Okay, so I'm low-key, I'm kind of looking forward to it, but then again, not really, because I mean, it is kind of predictable, but then again, like, you know, I do expect the Fiend to show up, and if that does, like, I'm going to mark it out. But, before I get into my, like, winner of this match, I'm going to just go on a quick little small mini rant.
All right, let me grab the popcorn first.
Braun Strowman, I love Braun Strowman. I love Braun Strowman. In 2017, I loved this guy. Like, this guy was so over. And the fact that he got absolutely buried by Brock Lesnar, I don't know how many times, just is an absolute, like, disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace.
It's a crime.
Anybody, I'll even say, like, you know, Samoa Joe could have been one to beat Brock Lesnar. I think Samoa Joe should have beaten Brock Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire. Yeah, he should have. He should have beaten Brock Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire. But no, it didn't happen. Braun Strowman should have beaten Brock Lesnar, but it didn't happen. And, you know, anybody that ever steps up to Brock Lesnar, you know, like Seth Rollins, or, you know, like Finn Balor, AJ Styles. But out of, you know, anybody, Braun Strowman is included in that. And he gets buried by Brock Lesnar for I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
It's just an absolute disgrace. He should have been Universal Champion at least one time. And they did not pull the trigger. And, like, pretty much now, like, I've kind of lost a little bit of interest. I still love Braun Strowman, don't get me wrong, but I lost a little bit of interest. And I don't, like, anytime he's competing for the Universal title now, honestly, I don't ever see him winning, because every single fucking time they always fail him and they do not pull the trigger. He should have won at Crown Jewel. He should have won at, what other times did he face him at? Where other places?
No Mercy.
SummerSlam. Wherever opportunities he's gotten. They don't pull the trigger on Braun Strowman. At this point, you know, I don't think he'll ever win the Universal title or WWE title. Maybe I'm wrong, but at this point, you should have given him the title when he was red freaking hot back in 2017. But that didn't happen. And I'm very pissed off about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Seth Rollins, but the fact that Seth Rollins can beat Brock Lesnar twice, and I'll even say this, Roman Reigns lost a couple of times to Brock Lesnar before he finally defeated Brock Lesnar. But the fact that Seth Rollins beat Brock Lesnar twice
in a row,
it's just an absolute.
Yeah, don't forget the words in a row. Don't forget in a row.
Yeah, I know technically he kind of lost the Extreme Rules for cashing, but anyway, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, it's just, it's freaking stupid. It's stupid. I mean, and like, you know, I hate to say it, but Seth Rollins is a little bit overrated. He is a very good wrestler. Don't get me wrong, but he is a little bit overrated.
Yes. He's very overrated to me.
Now, I'm sorry to say it.
That's understandable.
But, you know, and I will say this. You know, I'm very happy for Seth Rollins. It's been an amazing year for Seth Rollins. And, you know, I'm happy he's won the Royal Rumble. You know, he won the Universal title at Mania. And, you know, he's engaged to Becky Lynch. So I'm very happy for that. And, of course, you know, I think a couple of days ago, found out that he did some DNA tests and found out he has a brother and a sister. So congratulations to him. Yeah, so it's been a great year for Seth Rollins, Kobe Lopez, you know, whatever you want to say. But yeah, it's not that I don't have anything against Seth Rollins, but it's just the fact that they pretty much, they pretty much, I don't want to say buried, but they pretty much, they didn't pull the trigger. They pretty much, they pulled the plug on Braun Strowman pretty much. And, for this match, I don't see Braun Strowman winning the Universal title unless some kind of shocker happens. But anyway, I don't see that happening. But I do think I don't think Braun Strowman's going to lose clean.
Comes in.
I do think the Fiend, because honestly, it's either clean or it's going to be like the Fiend attacks Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins during the match.
Don't be surprised.
They kind of protect Braun Strowman. But I think that's kind of a safe bet. Protect Braun Strowman. So I think the Fiend should attack both Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins, and then you can have maybe a triple threat match, or you could just do a one-on-one. Bray Wyatt and the Fiend and Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell. But I kind of see it happening that way. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be a winner for this matchup. I think the Fiend is going to come in and attack both men, and basically, disqualification. Seth Rollins is still Universal Champion, but yeah, the Fiend stands tall.
All right, and ladies and
see
gentlemen,
Rollins holding that belt.
all right, we're gonna have to make things quickly because I'm gonna have to leave soon. So let's go off to our main event, the WWE Championship match: Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. This is our last title match of this Clash of Champions we're talking about. But since we don't have much time, we're gonna have to make things quickly on this one.
Let's wrap it up.
All right, I'm gonna say in my case, it's kind of a good thing we're having a rematch because their match at SummerSlam was inconclusive as a double countout, and it was all because Randy Orton wouldn't stop staring at Kofi's children. And yes, that sounded really wrong.
Yeah, I said Bailey was shitting on kids, so yeah.
We've had a crazy podcast, didn't we? Whoever thought that one of the last podcasts prior to the Sinfinity War would be one of the craziest ever?
I know, right?
All right, and now I guarantee one thing. Hey, you know how people always say, what's going to be better, NXT TakeOver or the main roster pay-per-view? In this case, it's going to be, what's better, Clash of Champions or Sinfinity War?
Yep.
And we all know what the answer to that's going to be.
We do.
Clash of Champions.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that shit.
Nah.
It's going to be an epic crossover.
Sinfinity War.
All in to sin. Hard to believe I've been hyping this up for a goddamn year.
All right.
And now we're almost there.
Gosh.
All right.
What? A whole year? Wow.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am just going to say right now that maybe this is finally when it happens. This is when Randy Orton bites Kofi Kingston. The snake bites Kofi and wraps its coils around the title. New WWE champion, the soon-to-be 14-time champion, Randy Orton.
I want to save myself for last because I got a prediction that I don't think anyone's talked about.
All right, then. I predict Randy Orton is going to get the victory for this one, especially after this past Tuesday on Smackdown where they literally recreated the Kofi destroys Randy Orton at Madison Square Garden thing. But
kind of a sloppy way, but still.
Yeah. Would have been awesome if he did the boom, boom before he leaped.
Yep.
Unfortunately, because he's New Day, he just does the new drop. I call it the new drop. I don't call it boom drop at all.
Time for him to drop down the card.
Yep. All right, Wrestler Ryan, your prediction on the WWE title match.
Oh, boy. It's really tough. But, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this route. I think Kofi Kingston retains. I think the reign will continue. And, I mean, it is a possible chance like Randy could win, but I don't think so. I think Kofi Kingston is going to hold it for maybe the Hell in a Cell, maybe. I don't know, somewhere around there.
Yes, Hell in a Cell.
But maybe that, or whenever SmackDown moves to Fox. But
that's what I could
Kofi
see him
Kingston should drop it then. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. So I mean, it's possible Randy Orton could win, but I think probably they should wait till when SmackDown does move to Fox or Hell in a Cell, whatever. But yeah, I think we're gonna see the reign continue for just a little bit longer. But I really need to see these two tear each other apart. So yeah, Kofi Kingston it is, baby.
All right, and heel Balor. What's your prediction?
All right, get ready for your minds to be blown, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, Kofi Kingston, I predict, will remain WWE Champion. Randy Orton's going to go back to where the heck he came from, sadly. I don't think Randy Orton's the guy to beat Kofi Kingston. Now think about this. We have not seen a certain beast incarnate since SummerSlam.
Oh, God.
And that beast incarnate is not been given his rematch and probably will not be given his rematch for the Universal Championship.
Paul Heyman already confirmed that.
Yep. I think you'll know where I'm going with this. Now, whether it's a Hell in a Cell, whether it's the Smackdown, the debut of Smackdown on Fox, Kofi Kingston will survive the Viper, but he won't survive the Beast Incarnate. I am predicting Brock Lesnar will be the next challenger for the WWE Championship. That's not prediction, that's a freaking spoiler.
I can see that.
Fox wants that big name out there. Who is a bigger name than Randy Orton?
Brock Lesnar.
I know I probably made so many people salty. I probably threw it out in the air because I threw it out in the air randomly during Money in the Bank that Brock Lesnar won the Money in the Bank contract. I'm calling this here. Randy Orton's not going to do it. No. I like Randy Orton. But I think Kofi Kingston is going to retain. And the next person to challenge Kofi is Brock Lesnar. So I got Brock Lesnar's next in line. Kofi Kingston retains. And then Brock is going to decimate Kofi Kingston. Whether it's a Hell in a Cell or the SmackDown debut on Fox. That's one of those places is where Kofi's losing the belt. Because if he holds that title heading into Survivor Series, heading into Crown Jewel. No, Survivor Series. That is legit overkill. Kofi Kingston, as of today, has held the WWE Championship 145 days. And that is incredible. That is an incredible feat, especially for Kofi Kingston. But all things do come to an end, ladies and gentlemen. And I understand some people don't like Brock Lesnar. I understand that he's the part-timing guy, and I called him in the past the part-timing gorilla, all that stuff. But you have to realize that you need a big name going into SmackDown on Fox, and Brock Lesnar fits the bill. He even fits the bill more than Randy Orton. And I know I've been pointing out that Randy Orton should be the one to take down Kofi Kingston, but I guess the whole storyline is that Kofi Kingston is going to go past these guys, and you're going to run to a beast. And that beast is Brock Lesnar. Whether you like it or not, at the end of this year, Brock Lesnar will be the WWE Champion. I predict. Kofi Kingston retains the title.
Kofi's actually been champ for 157 days, not 145.
Oh, okay. Well, I got wrong. Thank you.
And he's sadly been champion longer than the previous Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan was a pretty good champ too, but still. Kofi Kingston. I understand some people have been saying that Kofi Kingston is probably one of the worst WWE champions of all time. I highly disagree with that. I highly, highly, highly disagree with that. Kofi Kingston has not been one of the worst WWE champions of all time. In fact, he's probably in the top 20 of WWE champions, in my opinion. He's been great.
Although
the problem is that his character.
Well, one of the best WWE champions of all time, as guaranteed, is Jinder Mahal.
No.
Yes.
No.
Thank you, Christian. With
No.
some respect.
No, you're both wrong. You are so both wrong. You are so both freaking wrong. No. That's like saying that Finn Balor is the greatest Intercontinental champion or Becky Lynch is the greatest Raw Women's champion. Actually, now I think about it, Becky Lynch is probably up there in Raw Women's champions. But you know what I mean?
Wait, you mean Finn's not? Wait, you mean Finn's not?
No, Finn's not one of the greatest Intercontinental champions. Hell no. Not even close.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Guys, I just found this. I think this was 11 hours ago, so you may have already seen this, but this basically in Australia, Shinsuke Nakamura with Sami Zayn will take on Finn Balor for the Intercontinental title.
Well, that's
Yeah,
card,
somehow show
October.
Australia.
well, that's
Yeah,
card,
somehow show
October.
Australia.
card subject to change.
Wow.
Card subject to change.
Well, it's been
Of
Balor
course.
coming back next month. Wow.
I hope not. I really hope not. You
Balor
need to
come
keep
back
him away.
next month. All right. Bravo.
Yeah, back to the mid card you go, sadly. Anyways, off that, Kofi Kingston has been a fantastic champion. Fantastic. But all things do come to an end, and with everything that I just said there, I probably pissed a lot of y'all off in the comments below, but I don't give a shit. Brock Lesnar will become WWE champion. Whether you like it or not. Kofi Kingston beats Randy Orton. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to freaking cheer if Randy Orton wins the WWE title. I'm going to freaking mark out how if Randy Orton wins the WWE championship. But I don't see it happening. Kofi Kingston retains.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that
There we go.
concludes our predictions to Clash of Champions. Let's see the final tally. Heel Balor says 4 titles will change hands. Rice Ryan said 5. I said 4.
Okay.
Okay, so if that amount of titles change hands, one of us will win. Or maybe Willie and I will both win.
All right.
This is exciting, isn't it?
It is.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, it takes place this Sunday, but before Clash of Champions takes place, remember to tune into my channel, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, for the Sinfinity War sequel, All Into Sin, featuring all your favorite YouTubers from wrestling. This is going to be exciting, isn't it?
It is.
And
Pretty
remember,
great.
folks, stay tuned after the credits. Because, well, you'll want to know what is going to happen with the fate of my WWE sins. The premiere of the Ultimatum series will start that confirmation of which direction I'm going to go in. But trust me, you're not prepared. And you never will be. In the meantime, though, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be seeing you next week on this podcast for our review of Clash of Champions. Yay!
That's right, kids.
See you in hell. Oh my god.
That was great. Wonderfully done, Ryan.
See y'all in hell for Hell in a Cell.
Yep.
Oh my god, that was good.
Before we go, we're really glad that you're our friends. And this is a friendship that will never end.
And thank you very much for tuning in to the Losers Lounge podcast.
And Heel Balor, go ahead and finish us off.
We're the losers and this is our lounge. Let us in.